PDP governorship aspirants joined APC in Zamfara State. Zamfara State acting governor back to Gusau from national functions. Federal government orders release of the Suki and Shawari. And on the business, DPR seals 4 filling stations in Zamfara for various offenses. And on the international scene, Trump, who is on vacation in Florida, lashed out at Nancy Pelosi. Welcome to Standard Voice Television News. I'm Samira Ibrahim. Now in the news in full. Alhaji Sani Gomna, the zonal vice chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC in Zamfara State, says the party has received as a member the former People's Democratic Party PDP governorship aspirant in the state, Alhaji Ibrahim Shehu Bakawi. He told News Agency of Nigeria, NAN, in Gusau that Shehu Bakawi's defection followed a meeting with some big wins in the state to that effect. Ibrahim Shehu Bakawi contested for governorship position on the platform of the PDP but lost to Governor Bello Matawalli at the primary elections. Shehu Bakawi and some of his supporters have met, agreed to resolve their differences and promised to work together politically. The state chairman of the APC, Alhaji Lawal Liman, described the defection as a welcome development. He said that the party had already embarked on consultations with aggrieved members to resolve the party crisis in the state. He appealed to APC members in the state to remain calm and continue to be united and law-abiding. The federal government has ordered the release of former National Security Advisor NSA, Samba Dasuki, and convener of Online Hash Revolution Now, Omoyele Sowore. The Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, made this public in a statement on Tuesday. Malami said the decision to release them was in compliance with the bail granted the two by the court. The two defendants are enjoined to observe the terms of their bail and refrain from engaging in any act that is inimical to public peace and national security, as well as their ongoing trial, which will run its course in accordance with the laws of the land. After a week-long official national engagement, the Zamfara State Deputy Governor Mahadi Aliyu Muhammad returned back to Gusau. It will be recalled that the acting governor last week represented the state at 2 separate meetings of Nigerian Governors Forum and National Economic Council held in FCT, Abuja. As usual, the monthly respective meetings of the Nigerian Governors Forum and NEC are regular activities that involve relevant stakeholders in the national, political and economic development. The Nigerian Governors Forum also had a special visitation to Lagos for an inspection of Dangote refinery and fertilizer plants. The high-profile business investment by the world business mogul Alhaji Aliko Dangote is the first of its kind not only in Nigeria but the continent of Africa as a whole. The inspection visit to the multi-billion-dollar private investment was at the instance of the proprietor to see for themselves the level reached in the two ventures. When completed, the ongoing project will impact positively on the development of the Nigeria's economy. In briefing, the acting governor, Mahadi Aliyu Muhammad, informed the press that the present administration of Governor Bello Matawalli Maradon is ever ready to diversify and partner with national and international business communities in order to improve the living standard of people towards enhancement of economic capacity of Zamfara State. Mahadi Aliyu Muhammad further assured the state government commitment geared towards granting the required political will of all business partners willing to invest in the state. He therefore called on the people to continue supporting government policies and programs with a view to bringing meaningful development at all levels in the state. Mahadi Aliyu Muhammad has since returned back to Gusau, the state capital. He was accompanied at occasions by the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Alhaji Ibrahim Jibo Magayakin Kaura, Director General Protocol Affairs, Honorable Aliyu Sani Garaba BK, Principal Private Secretary Umar Aminu Gengem, among others. The Nigeria Television Authority Sokoto Network Center has pledged its commitment to partnering with Standard Voice Television Gusau in ensuring quality, effective and efficient service delivery to the grassroots. The Zonal Director of Sokoto Network Center, Hajia Saudat Suleiman, made the commitment on Friday at the zonal office when the board and management team of the Standard Voice Television Gusau paid her a courtesy visit. The zonal director, who was ably represented by her deputy Alhaji Bashir Chedi, said the NTA zonal office is a partner in progress and is ever ready to support the Standard Voice Television in whatever way possible to help it realize its full potential. The zonal director, who welcomed on board the new TV station, said the NTA Zonal Network Center is always open for collaboration and partnership with the SVTV, particularly in the areas of enlightenment, education, information, and entertainment of the rural populace in the three states of Sokoto, Kebbi, and Zamfara. She said the Zonal Network Center provides such services like staff training, content provision, and commercial services and are ready for the Standard Voice Television Gusau to exploit for its growth and development. Content provision and commercial services and are ready for the Standard Voice Television Gusau to exploit for its growth and development. Content provision and commercial service. Earlier in his speech, the chairman of the SVTV board and leader of the delegation, Alhaji Ibrahim Dusara, said they were at the network center to introduce the TV station and to show their solidarity to the parent organization with a view to exploring areas of cooperation, collaboration and partnership. The board chairman said, as an old, experienced and highly dignified and internationally recognized and respected media organization, NTA is an institution to be reckoned with. He commended the NTA Zonal Network Center Sokoto for the wonderful job it has been performing for the people of Sokoto, Kebbi and Zamfara states in its positive reportage and enlightenment programs in the areas of security, education, health and poverty reduction.
I feel greatly honored to be here this morning to pay a courtesy call on behalf of the board and management of the Standard Voice Television located in Gusau. It is a subsidiary of the United Project Consultancy and Media Services, which is located in Abuja, the Nigeria's capital. We are here this morning to register our solidarity and also introduce our station so as to explore areas of cooperation and partnership, particularly in staff training, programming, and adverts or commercials. We feel as a mother center, we are obliged to have harmonious working relations with you, and we believe both of us can share experience, can collaborate in order to serve the purposes upon which the two organizations are established, which is to educate, inform, enlighten and entertain the general public with a view to helping government realize its objectives in its policies and programs. And we owe it a duty as media organizations to help government and particularly the grassroots to understand what is going on around them and near them, so as to be able to take precautionary measures or support what government is doing, particularly in this time of insecurity and other criminal activities going around us.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC have arrested one Aliyu Halliru Alinku, who allegedly forged signature to authorize for 157.5 million naira illegal transactions of shares belonging to Sokoto State Government. Parading the suspect before the newsmen in Sokoto, the zonal head of the EFCC in charge of Sokoto, Kebbi and Zamfara State, Mr. Abdullahi Lawal, said the suspect, who specialized in forging signatures as well as stamps and seals of different kinds, was arrested on the 21st December in Sokoto. Our correspondent Fauzia Ibrahim has more on this story.
According to EFCC zonal head, the suspect was arrested for alleging forging signatures of former permanent secretaries and former accountant general of Sokoto State Ministry of Finance, Aminu Abdullahi and Buturi M. Shinkafi, on two documents dated 5th October 2009 and 17th March 2010 respectively, addressed to the Managing Director, Atlas Portfolio Limited in Lagos. The EFCC investigation revealed how the forged signature authorized the company to sell 10,928,569 naira units to UBA shares belonging to Sokoto State Government with net worth 157,570,767,054 naira. Mr. Abdullahi Lawal said after the sales of the share, over 100 million was diverted and shared among 4 individuals and a company currently under investigation. The items recovered at the suspect shop at 111 Atiku Road include 165 specimen signature, including the one under investigation, 119 rubber stamp and sale of various institution organizations, government agencies, departments, schools, high institution certificates and different types of receipts. The EFCC zonal office further called on all meaning Nigerians to be wary in dealing with correspondence by verifying the authenticity or otherwise of the original source of such documents to avoid being defrauded. The suspect, in an interview with newsmen, confessed to have involved into an alleged forging of signatures and regretted to find himself under EFCC's net. Fauzia Ibrahim, SVTV News.
In what looks like snubbing of a reconciliation committee backed by the federal government and headed by 2 former heads of state, General Abdulsalam Abubakar and Yakubu Gawan and others, Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje of Kano State has jetted out to Saudi Arabia for his annual vacations. This is despite intervention of the protracted feud between Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje and Muhammad Sanusi II, the Emir of Kano, by Generals Gawan and Abubakar. The governor apparently shunned the committee and insisted on traveling to Saudi Arabia on Monday evening to celebrate his 70th birthday in the Holy Land. Already reports indicate that the 2 former heads of military state have contacted Ganduje through the chairman, Nigerian Governors Forum and Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi to book their appointment, but Ganduje said that he won't be available. Daily Post learned that Ganduje had told Fayemi that he had concluded plans to visit the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to perform Lisa Hajj, stating that he won't be available until January 2020. According to the source, the duo of Gawan and Abdulsalam had insisted on meeting the governor in Kano instead of Abuja to smoothen the reconciliation between him and Emir Sanusi. Desirous to fast tracking the target and mandate of the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the following new appointments in the parastatals. Nigeria's Communication Commission, NCC, Professor Adelu Akande, Southwest, replaces Senator Alabi Durajaye, Southwest, as Chairman Board of Commissioners, subject to Senate confirmation. Mrs. Uche Onwude, Southeast, replaces Senator Ifeanyi Godwin, Southeast, as non-executive commissioner, subject to Senate confirmation. The National Information Technology Development Agency, with Dr. Abubakar Saad, replaces Professor Adelu Akande as board chairman, and Dr. Habibu Ahmad Imam, Northwest, replaces Dr. Lawal Bello Moriki, Northwest. Dr. Muhammad Saidu Kumu as board member. The Nigerian Postal Service, NIPOST, Dr. Ismail Adebayo Adewisi, Southwest, replaces Barrister BC Adebuyi, Southwest, as Postmaster General CEO. Galaxy Backbone Limited, GBB, Professor Muhammad Bello Abubakar replaces architect Yusuf Kazaure. The Nigerian Communications Satellite Limited architect Yusuf Kazaure replaces Chief Dr. George Nadubem Mogalu as board chairman. Dr. Najam Salam replaces Honorable Samson Wasagi as Executive Director, Marketing and Business Development. Professor Abdul Ja'afaru Babali replaces Kazim Kolawale Raji, Executive Director, Technical Services. Hadi Mohammed replaces Mohammed Lema Abubakar as Executive Director, Administration. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Fellow Nigerians, do you know that constituency projects are actually your projects? Do you know that constituency projects are funded by the federal government? Do you know that you can track release of constituency project funds for projects located in your constituency and follow up to know how they have been executed? Constituency projects happen because government does not want to leave any community out in development efforts. You have a responsibility to know what constituency project has been planned for your community, how much has been allocated for it, and whether value for money has been delivered. Take ownership of constituency projects located in your community. Protect them because they belong to you. Government knows about your needs and is planning for you. Government needs your help to ensure quality delivery. Know that constituency projects are actually your projects. Protect your constituency project. My constituency, my project.
For information on funds allocated to projects in your constituency, call 0800 2255 4272.
This message is from the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission and the National Orientation Agency.
Welcome back. And on the business, Mariam Aminu has more details.
Thank you, Samira. Welcome to Business News. Once again, I'm Mariam Aminu. The Department of Petroleum Resources (DPR) has sealed 4 filling stations in Zamfara State for committing various offences. The Operations Controller of Gusau DPR Office, Alhaji Ango Haruna, disclosed this in Gusau on Monday while briefing newsmen after surveillance patrol on filling stations in the state. He said the affected filling stations were penalized for offences ranging from selling above official pump price, operating without valid license, violation of safety rules, and under dispersing of petroleum products to customers. He said out of the various filling stations visited today, 4 stations were sued for various irregularities. Those found operating without valid license will remain sealed, pointing out that they must renew their license before they are allowed to continue operating. He said those stations selling above official government pump price were charged 100,000 per pump, depending on the number of pumps in the station. According to him, other filling stations found under dispersing and violation of safety rules would be charged depending on the gravity of their offences. He said the department had intensified efforts to ensure surveillance on filling stations in the state in order to ensure petroleum marketers comply with the government rules and regulations for the businesses. And that's all we have on Business News today. Back to Samira at the studio.
Thank you, Mariam Aminu. And on the spot, Abu Sfian has more details.
Thank you, Samira Ibrahim. My name is Abu Sufyan Abubakar, and as usual, I bring the sports updates. Nigeria has lost its bids to host the Under-20 Women's World Cup next year, following FIFA's decision to go with Costa Rica and Panama as joint hosts. The decision came after the proposed facilities to be used for the Global Women's Tournament in Nigeria was visited by FIFA inspection team. The World Cup matches will have been hosted in Lagos, Benin City, Asaba, and Uyo. A statement released by FIFA's Chief Tournaments and Events Officer Colin Smith, which conveyed the decision, reads in part: We would like to thank the Costa Rican and Panamanian football associations for their commitment towards women's football and the Under-20 Women's World Cup in particular. We are looking forward to a fantastic competition in August. After the highly successful FIFA's Women's World Cup in France this year, it is important that we build on the momentum at all the levels of the game. The Under-20 Women's World Cup in Costa Rica and Panama next year is a perfect opportunity for us to continue driving the popularity of the game, and with it being the first jointly hosted tournament, we can make the impact even greater. This according to Sarai Berman, FIFA's chief women's football officer. Also in Nigeria, the NFF Secretary General Muhammad Sanusi has revealed that the decision on the future of Super Eagles manager Ghana Throw will be taken solely by the technical committee of the federation. Reacting to the stories making the rounds that some influential people were working to see the exit of the Franco-German from the national team, Sanusi said no external force could influence the fate of the coach. He added that he is not in the position to speak on the hiring and firing of national team coaches. The NFF technical department is in charge, and if they find Roy capable to continue handling the Super Eagles and the coach also agrees on their contracts and terms, so be it. This according to the Secretary General. Also commenting on the CAF Footballer of the Year awards, which final shortlists were released at the weekend, Sanusi said no Nigerian player made it to the final three in the men's top award because of the Super Eagles did not play in the final game of this year's African Cup of Nations. CAF on Sunday announced Algeria's forward Riyad Mahrez, Liverpool's Mo Salah and Sadio Mane as the three finalists for the CAF Footballer of the Year award, while Odion Ighalo, who was formerly in the running, was left out. Sanusi told The Guardian that Ighalo's outstanding performance in the Nations Cup qualifying series and the AFCON was enough to make the Shanghai Greenland Xinhua FC of China forward a top contender for the award. He noted that the Super Eagles' dominance in the continent in recent times have shown that Nigerian players are not pushovers in African football. Sanusi called on football lovers not to write off Nigerian players, saying that they have the zeal to win laurels for the country, adding that the federation will do its best to continue encouraging Nigerian footballers home and abroad. And that's all we have on sports today. Back to Samira Ibrahim.
Thank you, Sofian. And on the international scene, Nancy gives us the most unfair trial in the history of the U.S. Congress, and now she is crying for fairness in the Senate and breaking all rules while doing so. The House voted along party lines last week to impeach Trump for abuse of power, for pressurizing Ukraine president to investigate his potential 2020 election opponent, Democrat Joe Biden. Trump is accused of withholding military aid to Ukraine to push Kyiv to investigate Biden. According to an internal email published over the weekend, a U.S. budget official told the Pentagon to hold off on military aid to Kyiv. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. PDP governorship aspirant joins APC in Zamfara State. Zamfara State acting governor back to Gusau from national functions. Federal government orders release of Udasuki and Shawari. And on the business, DPR seals 4 filling stations in Zamfara for various offenses. And on the international scene, Trump, who is on vacation in Florida, lashed out at Nancy Pelosi. I'm Samira Ibrahim. Keep watching Standard Voice Television. Have a nice day.